Okay, good morning, year nines. I hope everyone's well. Welcome to another installment of our virtual geography lessons with me, Mr. O'Dulon. Today, we're continuing on looking at our natural hazards and continuing to look at weather hazards. We've looked at, previously, we were looking at climate, and now we're moving on. And in the last lesson, we did a recap on natural climate change. Some of the stuff you sent me was really good. Some of you, I think, are not engaging with this because you find it difficult. I totally appreciate that. I'd love to see emails from you. If you're not sure of anything, even if it's a small little thing, feel free. I'm sitting here waiting for your emails, so feel free to email me any questions. Again, some of you have been doing that, and it's really improved your work. So feel free, don't be shy, email away, okay? So let me run through today's lesson with you, okay? There's two documents for it. Let's go in here. You have two documents. You have a tropical cyclones, this one here, Google Docs, and a slide deck, which is this fella here, okay? So I've made this for you just to make it easier for you to track the work and for you to, just to make it easier for you to sort of lay it out, okay? Just all part of trying to make your life easier. Okay, so we go through the slide deck. First thing, we're looking at the title. So you write down the title. Tropical cyclones present major natural hazards to people and places, okay? What does that mean? First of all, what's a tropical cyclone? A tropical cyclone is a really serious storm, okay? That happens or originates in tropical areas and then moves north in the northern hemisphere and then moves south, northwest in the northern hemisphere and southeast in the southern hemisphere because of the Coriolis force, okay? So in at its most simplest thing, we're talking about what do really serious storms, what sort of hazards do they, like what dangers do they pose to people and to places, all right? That's it, as simple as we can put it, okay? So the first thing I want you to do, you're just going to watch this video, and what this does is it just recaps the formation or how these tropical cyclones are formed. Now, we covered this a few lessons back, but because it's, and I'll be clear with you, this isn't the easiest stuff in the world to do. It's probably the hardest part of the curriculum, but because we did it a few weeks back, I'm just including this in to keep it fresh for you. So it keeps reminding you of how these tropical cyclones are formed, okay? So you watch the video, and then in the document here, whoops, you just write a description of the three basic stages in the life of a hurricane or a tropical cyclone, okay? So feel free, if you want, you can watch the video and then write this all in one go, or you can watch the video and stop it and write a bit and then go back and stop it and write a bit and so on, okay? Whatever works for you. Secondly, I want you to watch this video. I partially just put this in because it's kind of fun, all right? It's not serious academic geography. It's, like I say, I think it's a bit of fun, but it's still all relevant, and it'll just show you how serious and severe these tropical cyclones can be. It's no, like, they're not like just the simple storms we get here in London. These are really serious storms that can destroy property, that can flip cars, you name it, okay? So I just wanted to put this in because there's some great footage in there of some storms, tropical cyclones from around the world. I think you'll find it interesting. So I just want you to watch the video. Don't need to do anything, just watch it, enjoy it, and just be glad that you're not caught in any of those storms. Now, third task, I do want you to do something with this. If you look in the document here, I've put some lovely little icons and some boxes here for you to write the text and what the icons represent. Let's pick storm surges, for example. Now, which one of these represents storm surges? Well, it's this guy here, the one that has the big waves, okay? So you read through these, decide which ones, where they go, and then fill in the information. Some of you might want to go off and do a bit more research. You might be like, storm surge, this isn't enough to explain what a storm surge is for me. That would be excellent. Feel free always to go and do some more research. Or you might want to email Mr. O'Neill and ask for some more resources. All completely fine, and what a good learner does. Once you've got that done, I want you to create a Saffir-Simpson scale. Sounds complicated, really isn't. Watch the video, it'll explain what the scale is. All it is a scale of how bad these storms are, okay? So geographers need to be able to say this storm was more serious than this storm, or this storm was much more powerful than that storm over here, or this storm is more powerful than the one we had 2 years ago, okay? We need to be able to say that so we can say whether storms are getting worse, and to compare how places respond to the different storms, okay? Really simple. All I want you to do is, I've made a little table to help you. I want you to say put the categories 1 to 5, then the kilometers per hour for each one, right? Let's take one example. We go category 1. Kilometers per hour is, so when the winds are between 119 to 153, that means it's a category 1 tropical cyclone. If the winds are only 100 kilometers an hour, then it's not a tropical cyclone. It's just a really bad storm, okay? So you'll go through this, you will fill these in, and then the other thing you'll do when you're making your scale is you'll watch this video, and in this video it tells you all of the effects of each of these, okay? So you'll find a category 1, tiles start getting blown off the roof, but cars aren't going to be flipped, or windows aren't going to be broken. You get to category 5 and the whole roof is being blown off the house, okay? So you're going to write the effects in here, you're going to write the kilometers per hour in here, and you're going to write the category here. Again, not too difficult. You're watching the video, and then you're using the Saffir-Simpson scale I've given you here as an example. Do not copy and paste this and put it in the document, okay? Don't do that. And then finally, and I've given you some prompts for this. Finally, I want you to describe the social and economic costs resulting from each of these impacts, from these impacts of tropical cyclones. For this bit, I want you to just do a bit of thinking for yourself, okay? Imagine what happens when all of the electricity and the water and the roads have been shut down because of a cyclone, okay? You're going to have looting. If the police can't get around, you're going to have looting. What's that going to mean? When people's homes are blown over, what does that going to mean? Then migration. Are people going to stick around if the whole country or the whole landscape has been destroyed? No, they're going to move on. Flooding. What happens to people when their houses are flooded? Disease. What happens when the sewage mixes with the flood water and starts floating around and people have to wade through it? What sort of disease? What's going to happen? Okay, so for this one, I just want you to basically bring everything together and to actually use some of your own little bit of imagination, but common sense to describe the social and economic costs. Remember, social is to do with health, education, housing, and things like that. Economic is when it's to do with money, business, jobs, and those sort of things, okay? So I want you to just do a description of each of those. And that's all, okay? There'll be a quiz on this on Friday. The quiz will be on everything in this lesson, okay? So if you do well in this lesson, you do well in the quiz, and there you go. Okay, any questions? I'm sitting here in my bedroom waiting for your emails, so please email through any questions, even if you're not 100% sure and you're like, I think this is right, but can you confirm, sir? more than happy to do that. Okay. Other than that, have a lovely rest of the week. Look forward to your quiz on Friday. And now we have an awkward few seconds where Mr. Nulon tries to remember how to stop the recording. I'm getting better at this. Okay, see you year nines. Bye.